Previously on Trails for Daybreak 2, the party attended the Aramis School Festival, where Van had to make a choice about who to walk around with. In order to advance the story, Van had to play each minigame at least once, including the infamous timed quiz game. Afterwards, the party cleared the 9th floor of the Nihon Garden, where he fought some weird skeleton hydra humanoid thing.
How lovely.
So this is the work of a new student, huh? It's amazing. This is pure art, no restrictions, no limitations. If only I could make a piece like that. No, if only I could be a comic book artist. I don't really have anything against my father's interest in classicism, it's just not what I want to do personally. If only I could make a piece like that. No, if only I could be a comic book artist. Wow, this thing's incredible, and you're saying Kisara designed it? Yeah, it really adds to the festival's atmosphere. Well, that's our Kisara for you. I knew she was good at graffiti, but this is something else. I'm looking forward to seeing how far Aramis takes her. I mean, it's not like you did anything to help her get in. Kisara did most of the hard work herself. Yeah, I'm the one who did all her tutoring. Sorry. By the way, isn't Kisara supposed to be guiding guests around the festival today? I think so. I wonder if she's outside already. Let's go look for her. Hey everyone, I see you all decided to come to the festival. Kisara's design is pretty cool, don't you think? Though it's got nothing on the mural she did or bathhouse. Anyway, let's go look at the other decorations. Chris kept telling me I should go to the festival today. I'd been curious about it for a while now, so he's in charge of the shop by himself today. The crowds make me a bit nervous, but I'll try to enjoy myself, for Chris's sake. Well, this is certainly impressive. I should take a picture so I can show it to Chris. Alright everyone, have their drinks, then let's give a toast. Here's to Gray's promotion to Senior Bracer. Cheers! Cheers! Thanks everyone, I know I've still got a lot to learn, but I'll do everything I can to live up to the title. Well said, Gray. Becoming a Senior Bracer in only 8 months is pretty incredible, you know? Maybe I should take a page from Gray's book and start over from the beginning. Elvis, are you talking about... I don't remember bits and pieces, but what Jin told us, was that really true? I mean, it's not like any of it would have been your fault, Elvis. There's no point in letting something like that weigh you down, especially considering it never even happened. That's not what's bothering me, no. I've had something else holding me back. See, I've been feeling like I'm not worthy of being a B rank for a while now, and that doubt created a vulnerability. That's why you want to go off to train by yourself. How can you even think of doing such a thing? What am I supposed to do without you, Elvis? Not that I mean anything by that, of course. Regina, what do you mean? Elvis is as clueless as ever, huh? My deepest condolences, Regina. Stop looking at me like that, damn it. You know, I was wondering what the Bracers were up to. Aw, youth. It looks like Regina's having a hard time with the news. Let's give her some space. Haha, right. We fear it might be nice to throw a little celebration for Gray while we were making our rounds. I'm really proud of him. Anyway, I know we still have some lingering issues to take care of, but the Edith branch should be safe for the time being. You go and have some fun, Elaine. I'll keep an eye on the area for you. Thank you, Lahad. Elaine, I was kind of hoping you didn't see that. Anyway, that problem I've been dealing with, I decided I'm just going to face it head on. Is that so? Well, I suppose that's a testament to your strength of character. Just make sure you take your time, alright? I have faith you'll overcome this. I believe in you, Elvis. You can do it. Elaine, I promise I'll do my best. Good for you. Must feel pretty good to get that off your chest, huh? Who asked you? And what are you even doing with Elaine anyway? Damn, Spriggan, I'll solve things with you once and for all someday. Mark my words. He's always trying to pick a fight with Van. This problem of mine, I will overcome it. But anyway, we're going to have to solve things once and for all someday, Van. Want to break out the RC cars again? Sounds good to me. These two can be so simple sometimes. I guess that's just our way of getting along. I've been to 2 guild branches in the past month to see if I was worthy of being a Senior Bracer. The requests they gave me were pretty difficult, but I was able to resolve them without issue. Honestly, I think I might be happier about that than actually becoming a Senior Bracer. Can you see me, Levy? I'm doing really well now, and someday I'll be able to tell you about everything I've accomplished. I mean, we're partners. I can't work without Elvis. I get what you mean. When people leave, others have to pick up the slack. You should stick around at least until Regina becomes the B rank, Elvis. Right, I know this was all pretty sudden. Good, that should make things easier for me. So why am I still feeling so frustrated? It looks like Regina's having a hard time with the news. Let's give her some space. I've never seen the Aramis Academy Festival so lively before. It's said that the students are meant to use these 3 days to show everyone in the capital their ingenuity. By the way, I heard you all had a hand in the festival preparations. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Actually, that's not all we did. We'll be performing in one of their shows later too. Yeah, the kids put it together all on their own. I just gave them a few tips on how to bring out their charm. Look, I know it's the students that are meant to be in the spotlight, but I can't help it if I outshine them. Just make sure you don't overdo it, alright? Remember, you're only a guest. Heh, true. I'll limit myself to a shimmer instead of a sparkle then. Sounds like they're really enjoying themselves. We would love it if you came, Shino. There are lots of interesting events this year. Yes, please come, if you have the time, of course. How could I say no? Just remember not to overwork yourselves in the meantime. Of course, I'll stop by again when I'm making my rounds. The Hermes Academy Festival. Honestly, I can't help being curious about it. Considering it's held over 3 days, I should have enough time to check it out. I look forward to seeing what you guys prepared.
Hello.
You know, this is my first time setting up a stall here. It's nice to try something new every once in a while. Wonder what kind of customers we'll get. This should be interesting.
Hey, welcome.
Pig by Soba.
Don't be a stranger.
Someone invited me to this festival the other day. I thought it had something to do with running. Well, whatever it is, it sure is lively. Make sure you don't get lost, alright? Right. I can't believe I actually worked up the courage to invite Lodi out. Ugh, my heart feels like it's about to explode. Well, at least he agreed to come. That means it's a date, right? At least dressing up was easy. I'm going to have as much fun as possible today. It's so nice to see everyone having fun. I can feel their joy by simply watching them all. But there certainly are a number of new stalls this year. You think so too, Madeline? Oh, isn't Aaron and the rest of Arkwright Solutions? Thanks again for all your support back in Longport. Life Hufandian, right? Never expected to see you in the capital. Yeah, what are the chances? So, why exactly are you in the capital? To test my skills, of course. I want to see how far my Kowloon Hotel training can take me, where it will let me sink or swim with the capital's foodie scene. So I figure I could use this school festival as a little test. I'm sure you'll have people falling all over you in no time, Meijing. I mean, I don't think anyone can resist your cooking. Well, sounds like your sister's got faith in you, at least. I'll probably grab a bite later if that's alright. See you then. Of course, you won't regret it. If I want to improve my skills as a chef, I need to challenge myself by working in different environments, so that I can make a dish that everyone can enjoy. Well, anyway, the students' opinions will be the stepping stone to my success. The capital won't know what hit them when they taste my sister's cooking. She's the best chef in Longport, after all. Try Gordon's Tacos' new menu item, sirloin tacos, now 99% cost ratio. Don't miss out, they're selling like hotcakes. It's all people can talk about. Mark my words, Shino, we will get more sales than you today. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, they let me set up my stall here. We even have a special item today, our sirloin taco. It was a collaboration between me and Primo. It got just the right amount of flavor and impact. The price may be a bit steep, but sometimes it's all right to splurge a bit, you know? Because the taco's got so many calories, so it might cause some indigestion. Just be careful not to eat too much. Oh, I assume you'll be taking the children to see the festival. Yes, I am. They insisted, and I just couldn't say no. Yeah, I'm super excited. I heard there's going to be lots of people kissing there. I want to see. What? Gods, give me strength. I don't think I quite understand. Well, anyway, they certainly seem excited for the trip. Make sure you're on your best behavior, okay? Right. As a sister, I need to make sure to do my best for the children today. I see you're awfully motivated for this. Well, I won't allow myself to be outdone. It might be nice to have a chance to see the festival as well. Oh, I even get to see all their reactions. Hermes has really outdone themselves this year. Today's coverage is really going to be worth it, even for Royal Guardian. But I heard the Tyrell Times was sending Marielle to cover the festival today. She's improved a lot lately, but I won't let her win this time. We will have the better article. The Hermes School Festival, where the youngins get to show off all their hard work. I look forward to it every year. Kids are the future, you know? There ain't no other event like it. Bringing people to the festival makes me feel like I'm doing my part for this country. The Auber District is always lively this time of year. Maybe I'll take a look at some of the stalls later. What are you two doing here? Thought you were just some random clergy members for a second. We have some business to take care of in the capital. Didn't think things would be so lively though. They throwing some kind of festival or something? Whatever it is, it's huge. We're holding the NIS Academy Festival at the moment. It's one of the capital's most famous events. Van actually helped prepare some of our stage shows as well. He was gracious enough to be one of our advisors. Unexpected. I knew you were one of their alumni, but I think you'd be so willing to do something constructive for once. Are you sure you're a Spriggan? Shut it, would ya? My Spriggan image is still perfectly intact. Hey, is that right? And I guess we'll just have to see what you came up with. We'll stop by once we're finished with work, alright? So I figured as much. Oh right, there's something you should know. Members of Iscariot have been gathering in the capital recently. Not sure why, though. So there's still a heretic out there? It's possible they're on a hunt for a criminal of some sort. Master Burgard did mention a few other things in his letter, by the way. We should pay attention to their movements in the future. Maybe Harwood's back? Alright, thanks for the info. Huh? That's concerning. Well, at least Van seems to be getting along with Burgard's other students. But are they not going to bring up the artifacts that we gave to Lucrezia? We still got some work to finish up, but this festival atmosphere is pretty nice. Not too fond of it being at a school for the rich and famous, though, so maybe we'll check it out when we have more time. Don't think of it. There's still some work left to do, but we're just as willing to help you with the Marin Garden as we were before. There's just a few things that have us a little hesitant about the place.
Okay.
Too bad I couldn't get Celeste EOTM this run. She definitely needs it more than Shizuna, I feel like. Good news, Apollo. We're allowed to bring pets to the festival. Woof woof. Heh, you sound so happy. Why don't we start heading over now? Wait, what? Wasn't today supposed to be my first day of work? I didn't get the address mixed up, right? I got one on the wrong bus again, didn't I? What am I going to do? Oh, I can't believe I'm late on my first day, and after I finally found a company that would take me. Kageyoshi's a real expert on sniffing out crime. That's why I asked his owner if I could borrow him for a little while. But after doing a quick sweep of the area, we still came up empty-handed. I'm not sure if this is a testament to the limits of Kageyoshi's ability or what. Maybe crime took the day off. Well, no matter. My interest in true crime will endure. I'll just have to come back another day. Oh, well, taking Kageyoshi around was pretty fun in itself. But I think all that walking wiped us out. We should probably get some rest. I'll have to ask to borrow Kageyoshi again another day. We'll redeem ourselves next time with my special Kageyoshi criminal radar. Let's leave it for now, Kageyoshi. I think it's time we call it a day anyway. You must be tired after all the walking we did. I figured I'd stop by to buy myself some sweets today, but the whole city seems to be in a flurry. What's with that big group over there, by the way? Are they celebrating something special? Well, you see, NIS Academy is holding their school festival today. That's right. Why don't you go check it out if you're interested? We helped put some of it together, you know? I see. NIS's school festival. I believe I attended one in the past, back when I was much younger. The company I was working with at the time was holding a meeting there. And now here I am again, unemployed. Well, I suppose I never really had the time to experience any of it. Perhaps I'll go and take a look. That's great. We'll see you there. I came here to distract myself with some cake, but I suppose the school festival should work just as well. That being said, I'm worried it'll bring back memories of my youth, when I was overflowing with ambition. No, I shouldn't let this chance pass me by. I'll be sure to stop by later. I heard about what happened with the contest. I can only imagine how busy Holland is. I don't want him to overwork himself, of course, but I was really hoping to taste that seasonal cake of his. Well, today's the day. I was hoping he would have seen the request by now. Sounds like they're busy. I think I heard him say something about a request. Do you think? Probably. Let's go check the bulletin board.
What would you like?
A Soul Chef bread. The NIS students always put so much work into their festivals. It's quite impressive. The Auber District is as busy as it was on the day of the Revolution Festival. The students deserve high praise. His Highness and the Princess are on their way to the NIS Academy Festival at the moment. As I'm sure you're aware, their schedules tend to be pretty busy. However, they should have a chance to stretch their legs a bit today.
Let us pray.
We're planning on holding a mass today in conjunction with the NIS Academy Festival. The cathedral is seeing more visitors than usual, after all. It's a bit more busy than we're accustomed to, but I'm glad it's so lively. I see Mur, Celise, and Father Leon from the Congregation for the Sacraments are here again. Bishop Orwell seems to be handling it, however, so I suppose there's no need for me to intervene. Still, Still, as someone in the Congregation for Divine Worship, I can't help being a tad concerned. Oh, what's going on over here? Well, if it isn't Arkwright Solutions. I didn't think I'd run to you guys today. I see you decided to take a break from Mahjong for once. Work finally catch up with you. Actually, we're here attending a friend's wedding. That's why there's so many folks gathered up right now. I don't think I have any right to be here, honestly, but I guess there was no avoiding it. Now, we need to be here to congratulate Roderick and his parents dead. Huh? Are they talking about... I believe so. Well, I'm glad we got the chance to greet him. I'm sure Roderick and his family are relieved to see he's found happiness. I think Taylor's child is finally getting married. There are no words to express what I'm feeling at the moment. Those of us still alive must send him off with as many blessings as we can. That Roderick, never thought I'd be invited to his wedding. The kid's always been a little too considerate, though. See, I knew his parents. I figured I could at least give him my blessing, you know, in place of those who are now with the goddess. We're scheduled to have a wedding in the cathedral today. The priestly duties will be fulfilled by another clergy member, so I'll be able to attend as a guest. It's bound to be a joyous occasion. This is rather unusual, or maybe not. Well, it's been a while since we last had a meal together. We're just having a review of everything that's happened. Like that almost coup. I mean, there's only like a handful of people that remember, right? Don't you think you should just forget about it? I'm afraid we can't do that. We must ensure that nothing of this nature happens in our organizations again. I suppose we owe President Gramhart a favor now. I doubt it'll be so easy to return. It sounds like we've got a lot of work on our hands. You know, I've always refused to offer to advance to S rank because I've never been able to fully commit myself. I allowed myself to ignore my responsibilities simply because I thought they were beyond me. And that weakness was exactly what the Guardmaster needed. I feel as though I need to retrain myself. There's no way I can solve things with Walter like this. Jin. To be fair, I don't think there was any way to prepare for it at all, but I know neither of you are the type to be satisfied with words alone. Well, I guess make the most of your review, right? We'll be counting on you in the future. By the way, we received word from the Empire's branch. Said they should be here by evening. Good, it's been a while. I look forward to seeing her again. V?
Okay.
Have preparations been made, Kincaid? Given the events of last month, I believe our plans should be sufficient. What are they talking about? Actually, maybe it's better if I don't know. Grammy, what are you doing here? It's been a while since I've had Victor's food, so I figured why not drop by? Is this where you're staying nowadays, Judith? Getting to eat such delicacies every day. Sounds like someone's getting a bit uppity. No, well, that's not... And Victor, any thoughts on what we talked about last time? I'm flattered that you think so highly of me, but... Oh, what are you two scheming about? Stop sticking your nose in everything. You see, I've got an acquaintance that's the owner of a high-class restaurant. He wanted me to ask Victor if he'd be willing to come work for him. So I did. That sounds like the opportunity of a lifetime. Wouldn't you be making bank? I can't just leave Montmartre. And I have to think of Paulette and Yume as well. It would be quite sad if this place disappeared. Yeah, where else would I get my food? Well, here's my suggestion, Victor. Instead of working there full-time, you go as a consultant once a month. And in addition, I'm sure you can even have some of their chefs come over to help you out at Montmartre. How does that sound? I think I can do that. Great. Good talking business with you. You should be showing off your cooking to the whole world. Can't keep it locked up in Montmartre forever, you know? Wow, I can't believe she got him to agree. I suppose it's to be expected of someone with such skill. Oh, I'd hate for Montmartre to shut down. I mean, even my famous friends love to eat here, like President Rocksmith and Roaring Lion. Hold on a second, are you telling me you not only know the former president of the Republic, but my master too? How'd you even meet all these people? Tish, pretty sure that Comet fools with Paulette right now. You still worry about Maxim? He seems really intent on making an effort lately. Yeah, that's why I've been giving him a chance. But mark my words, if he makes either Paulette or you may cry, I'll send him into orbit with the other comets. Well, if it comes to that, you'll have my full cooperation. Just so you know, Yume is happily playing with the other kids. There are a number of adults there too, so you don't need to worry. Well, it isn't bad. I've heard the festival's been a great success so far. Oh, this sure ain't a group you see every day. I mean, I knew you guys were all familiar, but... It's not so strange. We actually help each other out with all kinds of things, above and below ground, and sometimes we'll even go drinking after. Nice to see you, Van. By the way, you haven't been involved in any scuffles lately, have you? No wounds or lacerations. The hunt for Desire members seems to be winding down lately, which means the underworld is seeing less movement by the day. And where there's fewer fights, there's fewer patients. Seriously, my income's starting to take a hit. Well, I think a little more peace around here could do us some good. My information network's been slowing down as well. I suppose there's just not much to talk about these days. However, I did happen to hear that a certain someone will be getting busy soon. Isn't that right, Hermes? Yeah, my real job's got something big coming up. I've had to spend a hell of a lot of time preparing for it. My, sounds like you have a story to tell. Care to elaborate? Yeah, no kidding. You can't just say something like that and expect us not to be curious. Can't I? Let's have a little drinking contest then. If you beat me, I'll tell you all the details. Awfully confident, aren't we? Alright, I'm in. Should be nice to let loose for once. She's got no intention of telling him, does she? Her real job, huh? Can't say I'm not interested, but I guess I'll leave it be for now.
Well...
Alright, we made plans to head for a festival later, but we're already a few drinks in. Well, it should be fine. As long as we make it to the show, I'll be more than satisfied. Where you find the time for these things is beyond me. I won't be going personally, but I'll probably get Hermes to give me the rundown later. I'll be cheering you on from the audience.
And now for the latest news from our news desk. Hope you're having a good one, listeners. Today's news briefing comes to us straight from the Tyrell Times. Over in the Auber District, the prestigious Aramis Academy is currently hosting their annual school festival. This year marks the 98th anniversary of this long-standing event, which has already drawn a bustling crowd of students and other attendees. And now for a weather update.
Here are the latest forecasts for regions throughout the Republic. The white cloves are once again in full bloom near and far, as seasonal events across Calvert herald the advent of spring. It's looking to be a warm, mild day with clear skies over Edith and pleasant weather expected in many parts of the country.
That's all the weather news we have. Time for a traffic update around the Edith metropolitan area.
Yes, these are the most recent reports on the road, courtesy of the Calvert Roadway Information Center. The expressway is heavily congested for 10 Selge around the Sidon district, while an accident has caused a 20 Selge slowdown in the Tyrell district. As influxes of newly licensed drivers are common at this time of year, all our listeners are encouraged to exercise more caution on the road than usual.
That's all we have for now.
More candy?
Tyrell Times issue 6. And Rainbow Candy.
Stay out of trouble now.
The expressway is heavily congested for 10 Selge.
Oh, it's you. Well, I figured you would have left by now. The Aramis Academy Festival is the event of the season, you know, so make sure you take the time to enjoy yourselves. Come to think of it, that Aramis Gainsbourg guy sure was a bit of an oddball, don't you think? But they say he understood Chino like no other. He believed that educating the youth was of vital importance to the success of democratic revolution. Fought that to the end too. Alright, can I go now? Learn to listen to your elders, you snot-nosed brat. Tish, whatever. Anyway, you guys seen any movies lately? Where did that come from? Back in my younger days, I was at the theater practically every night. But it's been a while since I last went. Would you like us to recommend a movie for you? Yeah, right. Like, I'd be interested in what you Rugrats call a good movie. What I want are the brochures, and lots of them. If you got any, hand them over, would ya? Maybe I'll even give you something for the effort. Brochures, huh? Okay, sure, I guess we can give you some. Yeah, if it gets you going to the movies, I'd be more than happy to. Well, I'm not gonna force you to hand them over enough, and just keep it in mind, alright?
Once again in full bloom near and far.
Any brochures on you? Hand over. Here, is this enough?
It's looking to be a warm, mild day.
Looks like a pretty good selection to me. Now, what do I want to see? And I can always decide later. Anyway, thanks for your hard work. Why don't you take this as compensation?
Next, we have a song
Onyx Steel.
from one of our listeners.
Wait, I've seen this before. It's some sort of crystal, right? Onyx Steel. It's used to make all kinds of powerful weapons. Mr. Giscard taught me how to process it, actually. If you want, I should be able to turn it into something useful. Nice. Thanks a lot, Yen. It's nothing more than some scrap I found on the street. Honestly, I'm just grateful he took off my hands. Okay, now I can craft this at various factories. The cloves seem to be in full bloom today, huh? It's starting to look an awful lot like spring around here. But wait, did I ever tell you about the time I single-handedly planted all the clove trees in the capital? Oh, to be young again. If only I could plant 3,000 more. I thought maybe I had overdone it a little, but before I knew it, they were already one of the most famous sites in Edith. I can never quite tell if she's actually lying or not. I guess this is her idea of fun. Oh, that reminds me. I feel like I remember a key falling out of my pocket back then. Probably got buried in the roots somewhere. What was it for again? The terrace entrance. Oh well, doubt anyone will ever find it anyway. Well, I wonder if that part's true. Probably use short search. Who knows? Maybe we might pick it up along the way. Spring always brings back such wonderful memories. I could never forget about how much work I put into planting all the trees. I think I dropped that key of mine though. Well, I doubt I'll ever see it again. There sure are some strange guests at Montmartre these days. Still a few faces I haven't seen in a while too. Maybe I'll stop on in later. Well, wait, no, I can't actually craft onyx steel. It just has its own section for some reason.
Good stuff.
Okay, obviously we start with Vans, but I think I can farm more in the post-game. Yeah, I think Van should be a priority because he's gonna go Grendel during all the important fights anyway. And I kind of want to maximize that. Okay, issue 6. Aramis Academy Festival breaking new ground. For 3 days starting today, April 12th, Aramis Academy will host its annual festival. This year's festival will feature a number of new experimental attractions to distinguish itself from past year's efforts. The following report was written by a Tyrell Times journalist who went to see the festival in person. As envisioned by the founder of Aramis Academy, Aramis Gainsbourg, the festival was intended to be an event in which students could demonstrate their free thinking and creativity to the world at large. In light of that goal, all preparations for and management of the festival have traditionally been left in the hands of the student body. This year, however, the requirements for participation have been relaxed so non-students could aid in the creation of a truly remarkable event with a broad range of attractions. Students have also been given permission to decorate the campus however they see fit, encouraging individuality and creativity over tradition and precedent. When asked for comment, the president of Aramis Academy's Student Council, Ren Bright, said, "Though this festival may be unlike those of previous years, I firmly believe our efforts are in line with the ideals of our school's founder. Our intention is to promote diversity and harmony through our theme, called A New Season to Gar, and to achieve that end, we've brought together the minds and talents from all over. It was thanks to this kaleidoscope of perspectives among our student body that we can put on a festival that embodies such a theme." Although Ren was kind enough to explain the festival's concept to us, its novelty had already spoken for itself before a reporter even passed through the Academy's front gate. The school gates this year are adorned with an avant-garde style ornamentation evocative of graffiti culture. The level of artistic skill and display is astonishing, making it abundantly clear this was no last-minute effort. The fact that it was reportedly the work of a single first-year student is nothing short of extraordinary. Given the involvement of non-student assistants and the emphasis on diversity, there's no surprise that this year's festival exhibits are so captivating. Offerings range from the cultural, such as a Central Eastern bazaar and an Eastern-style cafe, to hyper-modern displays that make use of cutting-edge technology. In addition, the singer-songwriter Jess, who recently relocated to the Republic from Crossbell, and the dancer sibling Sarah and Shahina, who are now both established film stars, have all been invited to perform at the festival. Finally, the Student Council will be sponsoring a special performance at the end of each day of the festival, which promises to represent the theme of the festival itself. All told, this year's festival promises to be a treat from start to finish. Politics Visions of the Calvert Republic's Duty presented a debate. The points and issues presented during last month's political symposium at the Trion Mall continue to be discussed within the public arena. With the issues of international trade imbalance, economic inequality, environmental issues in the East, and a state of international crime weighing on everyone's minds, the ICO organized debate addressed a hotly contested subject. What responsibility should the Republic bear on the international stage? President Gramhart, in response, reaffirmed that the Republic would serve as a leading player in that very sphere. The Republic wields power and influence the likes of which our nations do not, said President Gramhart. We are leaders in the international technological sphere, both in terms of funding and the creation of a consolidated communication standard. Our military is capable enough to equal out the Empire, ensuring our ability to establish ourselves all across the continent. This could be the beginning, or rather, the foundation of a period of change that will secure the Republic a position as the center of the continent itself. In that sense, I believe it is our duty to ensure we have the foothold we need to pull the world along with us into a new era. Senator Ryan agreed that the Republic must be acknowledged as one of the continent's leading superpowers and accepted the assertion that the Republic has a responsibility to play a central role on the international stage. However, he also argued that the Republic were to simply step in and take the reins in transforming the international community, the concentration of influence that would place upon the Republic could pose as many problems as it solved. In Senator Ryan's words, although the Republic's position of power is indisputable, I believe we should strive to collaborate with our fellow nations for the prosperity of all. By attempting to make the Republic the center of the world in all fields, we run the risk of disaster if, for instance, the foundation for a particular industry collapses. Even setting aside the risk of over-centralization, it would result in our country relying excessively on its ability to continue to grow, both economically and technologically. If, however, we instead grow alongside our fellow nations, forging bonds of trust and mutual aid, we will both mitigate those risks and, most importantly of all, stay true to the ideal of diversity that our nation values. Idealistic though his vision may have sounded, Senator Ryan went on to hold up the West Lemuria Tech Union as an example of how achievable his goals were. The union's president, he argued, proves that a diplomatic framework based around reciprocal relationships in the fields of industry and technology is both plausible and desirable. President Grandpa acknowledged the reality of the risks that Senator Ryan described and accepted that his proposals held merit. However, he also stated we cannot dismiss the possibility that global issues we have not even begun to consider could present themselves at any moment, and that an international community founded solely upon equality and reciprocity would be insufficient to stand up against such a crisis. There must be a nation prepared to spearhead the charge, come what may, and it's a responsibility to shoulder that burden. In the current day, the Republic stands at the pinnacle of Lemuria militarily, economically, technologically, and a number of other fields. Many citizens of the Republic take pride in that fact. That said, it is also true that very few people have a specific image in mind of how the nation must change and adapt in light of this state of affairs. In that sense, it feels reasonable to say that the recent debate between the President and Senator Ryan poses the perfect opportunity for all of the Republic's citizens to think about where a nation should become, both in isolation and in relation to the rest of the world. Science, Hope and Wisdom at the International Environmental Symposium. On the same day as the political debate, Professor Latoya Hamilton took the podium at a symposium put together by the same organization to discuss the environmental issues that have plagued the eastern half of the continent for the past several years. The professor spoke about the results of the current restoration efforts as well as the outlook for the region's future. In the past, Professor Hamilton succeeded in laying the cornerstone for the greening of desert regions in the Principality of Elstein by conducting geological surveys in the capital and securing a consistent source of water. The professor has also conducted research on the lands in Northumbria that were rendered infertile by the Salt Pail incident, seeking a means to restore them to a usable state. The professor also hopes to apply the expertise she gained over investigations to identify the cause of the gradually expanding infertile region in the east. For the past several years, those goals have been the chief focus of her research. Maybe the subterranean of water? According to her findings, the direct cause of the devastation in the east is the depletion of septium veins, which has destabilized the environmental conditions necessary to maintain plant life, and increased the likelihood of assorted natural disasters. The root cause of the septium veins depletion, however, remains unknown. The professor stated that investigations regarding that matter would continue, knowing as long as the cause of the issue remains unclear, we can't guarantee that the septium decay that has ravaged the east won't occur in other parts of the continent as well. We cannot treat this matter as someone else's problem. In regard to the land revitalization experiments the professor carried out over the course of her survey, she explained that compared to regions she worked on in the Central East, which suffered from a lack of water, but had ample septium deposits, revitalizing the land in the Far East has proven much more difficult. That said, through application of the technology to develop in Northumbria, she believes that there is still a very real chance of success in the long term. At the conclusion of her talk, Professor Hamilton offered this thought: within knowledge lies hope for humankind. Throughout history, it is through wisdom and understanding that we have overcome countless trials and saved countless lives. It's imperative that we never give up on wielding our knowledge to its full potential. According to the ICO, multiple businesses and organizations chose to contribute material or funding to the professor's efforts and declared that they would send what relief they could to the East following her eye-opening symposium speech. Godi/Lamb collaboration film finally wraps. Salvatore Godi and Leslie Lamb, two master directors beloved by film fans throughout the Republic, have been working together on a co-production starring two of the Republic's most prominent actresses, Judith Lancer and Nia Fenley, on screen together for the very first time. At long last, the production committee behind the long-awaited collaboration film has announced both its completion and its formal title, The Golden Requiem, Howl at the Dawn. Both directors and their companies have poured an incredible amount of time and effort into the film, and it seems they've chosen a grand dramatic title worthy of the picture's ambition. The film is scheduled to be released somewhere between the middle of May and the beginning of June. To celebrate the film's completion, the starring actresses were kind enough to offer the Tyrell Times their comments regarding it. Judith Lancer had this to say: "When this movie was announced, I had quite a few people thought directors Godi and Lamb's styles would end up clashing. Now that filming's wrapped, I'm pretty confident in saying Golden Requiem, which brings out the best in both Golden Blood and Wolves Requiem. Seriously, you'll be shocked by how well they go together. The directors really know how to help us capture the charms and appeals of our characters. This was my first time playing Zoe under Director Lamb, and I was amazed at how I was able to dig into Zoe's character without deviating from anything Director Godi had established. You made me realize that, even after playing the character for an entire movie beforehand, I hadn't even begun to tap into Zoe's true potential. I'm positive that her enduring exploits in this film will captivate fans, both new and old, like she never has before." Meanwhile, Nina Fenley said, "I could talk your ear off about what makes this film so great, but I'd like to draw attention to the scenes about Michelle's past. I know that a promotional image showing Michelle standing by a ruin on a stubborn island has garnered a fair bit of attention, and while I don't want to spoil any of the details, I'll say that the scene is related to the most closely guarded secrets of her past. It was strange. When we filmed the scene, it almost felt like I'd become Michelle herself, more so than ever before. I'm hopeful that experience will help me portray her on a deeper level from now on. I hope all our fans will be excited to see how her encounter with Zoe, a woman who's lived her life far removed from that of Michelle's, will change who she is as a person going forward. As previously mentioned, a portion of the proceeds from the film is planned to be donated towards the reconstruction of Cray Village.
I see you're working hard as always.
Oh, Eddie, why don't we take Rosalia to this festival without any proper escorts? I hope he can be a proper escort for her. He can be a little careless at times. Well, I suppose Rosalia's gotten pretty used to standing up for herself as well. Maybe I should have a little more faith in them. You know, come to think of it, I was awfully surprised to hear about Kisara's enrollment into Aramis. She's apparently in the same year as Curtis too. They've been walking to school together since last week. I don't think they'll be friends anytime soon, but maybe they can help each other out with homework.
Looking is always free, you know.
Soul Chef parties. Welcome, you'll never guess who stopped by this morning. Jess? It was Raymond and Carol. It's been a while since I've seen them together. They said they were on their way to check out the flower blossoms before heading to the school festival. I'm glad they managed to overcome whatever issues they had.
Sky is always watching over.
Well, I suppose that's the end of this morning's mass. Now, will you care to learn a few more pharmaceutical skills today? Really? Can we start working on the more advanced mixtures? How about we go over some of the basics again? For instance, Tear Bomb. Do you think you can make some for us? Of course. Well, actually, every time I try to make one mixture nowadays, I end up with two. Sounds like you might need to cut back on the ingredients. Maybe you should just stick to walking me through the process first. It's nice to see how much Sister Miria has grown lately. I'm sure she'll make for a wonderful pharmacist. She's such a hard worker after all. I've made some progress in my pharmacology skills lately. Bard Nikolai is sure to be surprised. I can't wait to show him. Kisara's been at Aramis for about a week already. I'm still kind of impressed, honestly. I mean, I knew she had skill, but to pass her special admission, she must be on a whole nother level, huh? Of course, she's been complaining about it ever since, but you can always tell how much she's enjoying herself. I think my sister was spurred on by it as well. She's been working on getting out more and more. I couldn't be more proud of her. Kisara's really changed her life for the better. Oh, my dad and Rebecca are at the school festival right now. Apparently, Kisara was in charge of designing some of their graphics. They've been waiting all week to see them. I want to see some of her work too, so we'll be switching places tomorrow. Oh man, that was so good. Right? Having some gelato after a bath is absolutely to die for. You guys haven't forgotten why we're here, right? Of course not. Nothing wrong with taking a little briefer, though. That's right. You know, Kyle, you need to learn to relax. You're too uptight. Yeah, with all that tension in your body, you wouldn't even be able to catch a minnow. You're not wrong. Oh hey, it's those fishing kids. Sounds like they've got something going on. Just relax, Kyle. Okay. Who wants another gelato? I heard Kisara made it into Aramis recently. Anya's been talking about it non-stop. Actually, she went to the school festival with Rebecca today to show her support. It's interesting, though, Anya's been a little more motivated than usual lately. I guess that's another reason I should be thankful to Kisara, huh?
I appreciate you.
The temperature is just right.
I'm burning up in here! Can I leave already?
That sure perked me up.
You look nice and refreshed.
Okay. Got all the saunas visited, I think. What's going on with that bench? Looks like the cats have mellowed out a bit. Oh, you're right. I wonder what happened to them, though. We should leave them be for now. I'm sure they need the rest. Yeah, if you'll excuse us for kiddies. Don't worry, go on, get in your way. That one seems to be carrying something. Is that... Obtain the rusted key. Perhaps this is the key that old woman mentioned. Why don't we see if it works? Oh man. Guess I should try that key I found earlier. Ooh, it opened. The heck, it was that easy? I guess we just got lucky. That kitten, though, we thought it had gone missing, but do you think maybe it was just searching for that key instead? It certainly seems that way. I suppose this means that old lady really was telling the truth. Guess so, or maybe a half-truth.
Leave it to me. Conducting search.
Oh, hell. That thing has a huge hitbox.
Confirming surroundings.
Why does this thing have such a fucking huge hitbox? What the fuck?
Confirming surroundings.
Oh my goodness, please, just... Oh.
That's a good lock. Now do me a solid and open. I bypassed the secure conducting search.
Oh. That did not last long. Oh, what?
Conducting
Oh, wow, that's evil. Oh, ha!
Conducting search. This is kid stuff. I bypassed the security.
Okay.
Conducting search. This is kid stuff. No, conducting search.
Wait, is the exit right there?
I've got control
Huh.
of the system.
Himmel! A new ultimate driver.
Let's see here.
Okay, Fish of Legend. We've been trying to catch a legendary fish in Durkay Memorial Park recently, but it's not working out. Think you'd be willing to give us some advice? We'll be waiting in Old Town at Laguna Bathhouse, Shannon and Makino. Looks like there's one more. Condemned Sector Cleanup. We've recently received reports of a dangerous monster in the area. Location, the Blacklight District's condemned sector. Monster ? Requesting Arclight solutions. Handle this immediately. Semi-required. Okay. And now they'll actually let me head to the Blacklight District itself.
Check out the arena.
Welcome, welcome. Care to try our new bath salts? Its high is simply invigorating, and given its low rate of dependency, you can use it practically every day. I think I'll pass, thanks. Man, your shop hasn't changed a bit, has it? Well, I'll admit, things have been pretty tense around here for a while now. Personally, it had me feeling like I always had to be on guard. But because of the recent exposure of the anti-immigration terrorists, everyone's feeling right as rain once more. That's why I've been able to continue my business without much issue, and at the end of the day, it's all thanks to the guild and the police. That's a bit ironic. I suppose it is, but nevertheless, I'm glad things have been more peaceful lately. I can't thank them enough for all they've done. By the way, if you're looking for some more run-of-the-mill items, we have those as well. Why not take a look? Seems those anti-immigration terrorists have decided to lay low for a moment. I'm so relieved. Now I can go about my business as usual. By the way, if you're looking for some more run-of-the-mill items, okay.
Now, what might you be after,
Condensed herb drink. Sounds like there's some sort of movement going on in the political sphere lately. I'm not too sure on the details, but I hear it's got something to do with the president. Oh, that's interesting. And I suppose that means I should expect to be busy again. Well, I guess that's work for you. Are you telling this to everyone you know? Good grief. I'm curious what my father could be up to. I look forward to seeing what happens. When the spring gets so many people working for him. Oh well, they can be pretty useful to have around sometimes. The government's been up to something lately, but it seems like it's all a big secret. If you hear anything else about it, I'd appreciate you letting me know.
Ho ho! Got a great lineup.
Decadent
Great
class?
prices.
Ah, spring is wonderful, don't you think? It's got my spirits higher than a kite. See, I was able to broker a pretty good deal for myself today. I sold almost half my gym inventory. The buyer is the daughter of a weapons dealer I know. She's got an airship, so the transportation's practically a non-issue. She did haggle the price down because of it, but still, the more I sell, the better. Damn, sounds like you're doing pretty alright for yourself. Jingo? Yeah, but I can't help feeling like I know this buyer of yours. Seems like we might have a friend in common. Well, is that right? The world's a small place. I'll let her know you said hi, but anyway, feel free to take a look at my leftover stock in the meantime. You're all headed to the Aramis School Festival, alright? I was just wondering if I should show up with a gift for the students. Think you could help me pick one out? You're gonna get the cops calling you, man. I agree. Also, if you really do plan on going, the mask might present an issue. Well, that'd put a damper on my plans for sure. Yeah, if you're going topside, you're gonna need to take the mask off.
Welcome! Thank you for coming.
Ideal watch. Damn, that woman's crazy. All she did was mumble something, then she stabbed me. And the following days for Isabelle to be out, I managed to bandage myself up, but... The bookstore owner? If I was any weaker, that would have been the end for me. Damn it. Is this guy okay? Well, it seems that he's applied first aid already, although I believe all he did was tape the wound shut. He seems pretty tough though, so I doubt he's in any danger of dying, but I suppose we'll just have to check in once Isabelle's back. I'm kind of curious who stabbed him. It couldn't be. Well, I thought I'd seen you around, Paprika. So you work here too? That's right. Gabriel asked me to help out every now and then. By the way, I heard Eden's been doing really well lately. There have even been rumors about you guys expanding. Well, I don't believe we'll be doing so anytime soon. Tracy has been bringing an awful lot of new girls, so... I'm glad he's taking the opportunity to cultivate new growth, but it's starting to make Eden feel a little small. Maybe I should just open a second location. Well, that would definitely liven things up around here. I say you go for it.
Okay.
Seems Paprika's been pulling in customers all by herself lately. She's been awfully steady with her work too. Well, good kid. Maybe I should hire her on as a manager for our second club. Actually, I probably shouldn't rock the boat right now. I'll link on it some more. This area's gotten so much more lively thanks to Eden's rise in popularity. It only takes seconds to rope customers in. I can finally take it easy. So I'm so happy.
What can I get for you?
Soul Chef Hot Pot.
Thanks for shopping.
Eep, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Did something happen? No, wait, did you? There's this guy who's been making lots of noise in the area lately. All he ever did was yell, "I'm the best," so I figured I would give him a little test. You. So you're the one who stabbed him. No way! Well, this sounds like quite the pickle. I swear I didn't mean anything by it. I mean, yeah, maybe I do stab the people I'm infatuated with on occasion, but... That guy's not even my type. But you still stabbed him, right? So instead of being a crime of passion, it's just a simple case of assault. Man, what should I do? Well, you're gonna need to help the guy get patched up first, then you apologize. Come on, get moving. He could bleed out any second. Right, please excuse me. Wait, what? That's an actual quest? Lindsay took some messages from the shelf and rushed off. She's got me a little worried, honestly. Maybe we should go check on them. Yeah, I want to see how this plays out. What? Now our shop's moved over here. Whew, his wound should be alright for the moment. I also apologize to him. I hope he'll forgive me. I won't get your hopes up. Yeah, people aren't exactly in the habit of forgiving the people who stabbed them. I wonder though. I mean, it's not like the Blacklight District goes by normal rules. Yes, in the end, I would assume Blacklight's highest authority would have to come to a decision on the matter. It's likely that incidents like this are commonplace in Blacklight. However, there may still be a penalty. Ugh, I knew it. And I was doing so good too. I mean, the statute of limitations for my last incident was set to expire soon. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Well, I guess it's a little too early for you to return to the service, huh? Oh, why did I do that? I mean, he's not even my type. I guess I'll need to explain everything to the Kingpin. So by the end of my statute of limitations was just in sight. Ugh, I'm such an idiot. I think that should do it. That should be it. How does it feel? A little better. So, you have experience with this sort of thing. Oh, phew, I'm so glad. So, I read about how to do stuff like this in a book about torture methods once. The point was to heal victims so you can extend their suffering. This girl's crazy. Seriously, stabbing me out of nowhere. She was so fast too. Even with my boxer instincts, I couldn't react. Damn, I thought I'd finally trained myself to be the best. Does this mean I need to work even harder? The final boss of the Blacklight District. Bearstein the Third.
Please stop by again sometime.
Those Sam Fixers think they have the Sadie on their side. That Zekdarm's woman. I figure you got picked up by Hercules after what happened on Nemeth Island. How'd you end up here? Unfortunately, ZA managed to bail her out, with a not insignificant sum of money, I might add. She's free for the moment, but someone must keep an eye on her at all times. That being said, it seems she's been leading a rather miserable life here in the Blacklight District. Miserable? I'm living life to the fullest, damn you. Dealing with this old lady is bad enough, but now I've got to handle you twerps. Today's really not my day. Huh, old lady? Wait, wasn't she the one who ran that cheap T-phone scam? Guess she also got her bail paid. It's those brats in the bracer. Cough, no need to be so crass. You see, I was quite impressed by that prototype military monster I bought a while back. That's why I've been hoping to make a better friends with you, young lady. Oh, well, wherever you're playing, I'm busy. Now that I owe the company, I need to start making something to repay them. But as soon as I do, I'll make every bastard that's crossed me regret they were ever born. Maybe it's time I start developing that new weapon of mine. So it doesn't sound like she's learned from her mistakes. That's right, no one can outmatch your ability. Say, why don't we join up together? With our brains combined, we'll come up with the king of all scams. I've already told you, scamming is beneath me. And anyway, you're getting in the way of my work. Can you go somewhere else? Oh, don't be like that. Why don't you hear me out over a cup of tea? The longer I listen, the messier it gets. Maybe we should get going. They're gonna show up together in a Force VG, huh? You know, I've considered opening my own workshop, but working for ZA is more convenient for me. Now, if only I could figure out how to get myself out of this situation. Oh, I can't even hear myself think over that old lady's blabbering. This one's a wretch among wretches, I'm sure of it. Now, if only I could get her to team up with me, our names would go down in scamming history. She's a pretty tough cookie, though. Well, I'll get her on my side one way or another. Wait, aren't you that guy from the Center Marsh? Blacklight District, huh? How nostalgic. That said, it's great to be able to drink with my friends. It's been a while. Hey there, care to have some fun before you go? Just don't get too naughty, alright? I believe this is the first time we've all gone drinking together. Isn't that right, Gaolong? It is. I see a master of the art of intrigue drinks differently compared to one who follows the path of the warrior. Well, considering you're now in line to be one of the next elders, I suppose you'll need to get used to it. Yes, there will be many more occasions in which you'll have to interact with people like me. Are you up to it? Talking to people is Sal's thing. Alas, as the family head, the responsibility will fall to you. Very well. For now, you can return to your shadows. Just know that someday I will drag you into the light. As things currently stand, I believe such a thing is impossible, but I look forward to seeing you make the attempt. Damn, can't even drink without them baring their teeth at one another. What's new? You're going to ruin the drink like that. Like you have room to judge. My way is better. Without proper stimulation, my thirst would never be quenched. You know, maybe you two are more alike than I thought. Oh, I think I received such high praise from you, man. It's not praise. Oh, Aaron, we haven't seen each other since Lunar New Year, no? Will you care to join us? Well, are the drinks good? Don't want to be sober enough to listen to all your political talk. Yes, we're drinking for the simple pleasure of it tonight. Hey, whatever happened to your right-hand man? Lau, wasn't it? You know, president of Hayway Training's Crossbow Division? He's joining the Lee family, isn't he? I'm afraid he's decided to stay with the Liu family for the time being. He is Master Jin's instructor, after all. However, I'm not hoping he'll decide to join the Lee family once Master Jin comes of age. It's like you guys are trying to hoard all the Gekka Masters. What, you gonna get Yin to join too? I'm afraid that would be impossible even for us. You see, she's become a little too attached to Lady Ashen recently, but perhaps we can invite her to visit as a Liu family ambassador. Okay, forget I asked. If only she did show up for at least a Guste fight, since he's a revolutionary gone wrong. Today's the Aramis School Festival, huh? The people at Topside seem pretty excited for it. This past month hasn't seen any more incidents, thankfully. Yeah, it's been surprisingly peaceful. It felt like the weird stuff wouldn't stop coming at one point. Wonder what that was about.
Buy something from me, I promise you won't.
Recruiting a bunch of new girls was kind of hard on the club at first, but now we can finally cater to all our customers' wants and needs. I was even able to come up with some new shows for girls too. It'll be like nothing you've ever seen before. Anything to put our customers in a good mood. From purity play to BDSM, you'll only find fun like this at Eden. We'll pull those suckers in for sure. I mean, we'd do anything to please our customers.
You fancy these too, huh?
Come on over and say hello.
I had a few drinks with the crowd from the arena yesterday. It was so much fun. I love Blacklight. We really know how to throw parties down here. But if we fool around too much, the Kingpin will rip me a new one. Here's some foes prowling around. Exterminate. Okay.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Do the usual.
Here goes. Over here. All for you.
Our time to shine. The time is ripe for a shard boost.
You'll force.
Drive.
Phantasma.
Activating drive.
Got your number. Chance.
Okay.
Keep it up, it's working.
Optic halter.
Let's do this. Do it, Swin.
Zypher activate. It's up to you, Agnes.
Activating skill.
I won't show any mercy.
Alright. Zoom Blitz.
We've got this in the bag. Keep it up, it's working.
Do it, Swin.
Zoom Blitz! We can win!
Now let's just move all the way back here.
Energy output at maximum. Initiating skill. You aren't getting away! Cross! Cypher! Boost gauge expand. Keep it up, Nadia!
Okay. We might be able to win, actually.
Easy. You got this, Aggie.
Okay, Aggie just casts the Phantasma again.
Activating drive. Give him your all. Ha!
It's up to you, Agnes.
Activating skill.
Well, that works. Seems like a regular archaism. Never mind. Shoot, it's so big that I'm afraid even if I use the bait strategy, they're still gonna hit me. It's gonna hurt my mages.
Here goes.
Give him your all.
Think fast. Take this.
That won't work. I'll take you on.
Okay, see this Phantasma.
Activating drive.
Activating drop.
Keep it up, it's working.
La Forte self here.
Initiating drive.
Ideal force here.
Ha!
Here you go.
There.
Ha!
It's up to you, Agnes.
Okay, should probably do an Azure Sunray. Might as well. Or should I wait for a more opportune time?
No, you don't.
Go.
We can win.
We've got this in the bag.
Okay, zoom blitz. Yeah, boss is so big that I can actually hit from here without having to move closer.
Going all in!
Initiating skill. Now! Be gone! You got this, man.
Didn't get marked though. That's weird. Man.
Keep it up, it's working.
Point bullet again, or should I go for Coptic Halter?
Activating
Let's
skill.
do this!
Oh hell, it's gonna hit us all!
Got your number.
Our time to shine.
Not good.
For a shard boost.
Pull out all the stuff.
Zypha activate. Here I go. Jabril guard.
Oh hell again! It broke my shield completely!
Mercy.
Initiating drive.
Man.
Initiating skill. It ends here. You're done for.
Ha! Nadia.
Gotta get back on my feet.
Full boost. Activating skill.
I ain't showing any mercy. You're getting the full course.
Seriously, getting to hit all of us at once is so unfair.
Sunray!
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Nice heal.
Chance.
Okay. We have a chance.
We're doing good.
Jeez, this one gets its turns way too quickly. What the fuck?
Keep it up, it's working. Give them your all.
Think fast. Take this.
Our time to shine.
Or a breath to be safe.
All the stuff.
Here's a pick-me-up. You
Thanks a lot.
saved me.
Deploying shield.
Even guarding that was painful. What the? Man.
We've got this in the bag. Keep it up, it's working. Easy does it. Activating drive. Ha! You got this, Aggie.
Activating skill.
It's not delaying at all, but I got a slight chain bonus.
Let's do this. Initiating skill. I'll end this now. Cross. Diaper. Boost gauge expand.
Oh, it's almost done though.
Stay on guard.
Easy does it.
Just gonna do this. I know this will stun.
Give them your all.
It's over. You're crushed. They're stunned. Go get him, Nadia.
Go get him, Nadia. Oh crap, only 2 of them can actually take advantage of that, huh?
We're doing good.
Yeah.
Keep it up. Initiating drive.
We're doing good.
Ladies Ray.
Go
Activating
on,
skill.
yes.
Shine forth. Paladin Ray! Try to keep up!
Got it! It's
Fire
over!
heavens!
You're crushed!
Fierce! Ha!
Keep it up, Nadia! Let's do this!
Oh crap, this is not good.
Ready to go!
Can Nadia pull out an upset victory?
Keep it up, it's working!
Fuck, we don't have enough resources.
We've got this in the bag.
We could all die in the next turn. Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Going all in!
I'm not the right angle for a side hit. Just use freeze with swords.
It's working!
Initiating skill!
In you, Ash.
It ends here! You're done for!
Ultimate throttle?
Chance!
Fuck, it healed. Of course it fucking healed. Man, it was so close. If I only had more S boost. Man.
Stay on guard!
Good luck!
Got you covered!
Atomic explosion?
Now I'm mad!
Okay, I'm still winning. I'm still winning, I think.
We're doing good!
Initiating drive.
Okay.
Good luck!
Here goes!
Activating
Big
skill!
fast! Take this!
Deploying shield. I won't show any mercy!
Okay.
Going all in!
Zoom Blitz.
I believe in you, Ash!
It's up to you, Agnes!
Activating drive. Nadia! Allow me.
Okay, cancelled.
No way, Jose! Ha! You got this, Aggie!
Finally.
Activating skill.
That was close.
That's how it goes.
I did it! I'm on the up and up.
Found
All in
darkness.
a day's work. Reward deposited.
Got me a bit of gray, but not enough to get to 5, unfortunately. Maybe I could manage my manage it better. Ugh. Got Esmeralda's gem. Oh, well, Vincent Van. Did you see the request we put up on the bulletin board? Yeah, I saw it. Said you wanted to consult with us about a legendary something or other, right? Yeah, I think I found a legendary fish over in the lake at Durkheim Memorial Park. But no matter how many times I try to catch it, the thing just keeps slipping away. Wait, you're trying to fish up the lower lake? This should be interesting. I'm still a beginner at fishing myself. It's much more complicated than I thought it would be. I mean, I've got a few catches under my belt, sure, but I'm nowhere near as good as you guys. Knowing that, you still want us to take the job. Yeah, as long as you're willing, of course. So what do you say? Okay. Alright, we'll take the job. Tell me more. Nice. First, let me tell you about the target. To put it simply, it's not your average carp, that's for sure. It's apparently believed to be over 200 years old. Over 200... That would mean it's been around since before Calvert was even a republic. It's like a living piece of history. However, there haven't been many sightings of it in the past few years. I mean, some people were even saying it had died. But then, 3 weeks ago, Kyle finally managed to spot it. I was just fishing out on the lake at night. But then I saw it, the MAGNA GARVELZE. It's an old catfish that hides itself deep in the lake's caverns. That fish has seen many a challenger, but none who succeeded. Catfish, so called because of the cat-like whiskers that grow on their faces. I've heard they're carnivorous too, Delete anything and everything. Oh, I had S catch one for me once. It was so yummy. How kind of him. You two seem to have an awful lot of experience with the wilderness. I'm surprised you were able to see anything at night. It gets rather dark in that area. Actually, something weird happened right before the fish appeared. There was an earthquake. It can't have been a coincidence. I've read ancient manuscripts that mention stuff like this happening before. When the ire of a catfish wakes, the earth beneath your feet shall quake. We have a saying like that in the East as well. But to actually witness such an event, how interesting. I think I heard something about an abyss worm around the park too, though. Maybe that's what brought the fish out. Well, regardless, you said you've been having a hard time catching it, right? Yeah, it's really frustrating. It is legendary after all. It wouldn't be so impressive if you could catch it with a single worm. We also gave baiting it a try. Lost a lot of good rods that way. But didn't we hear something about some super sturdy fishing rod recently? Yes, it was called the Rod of the Heavens. It's said to have been used by General Atkinson over 100 years ago. General Atkinson? Olgar Atkinson. He was Sheena Durkae's right-hand man in the Calvarian Revolution. He was half Eastern as well. This rod of his, it has a lot of inscriptions on it, right? Yeah, that's what they say. I actually found a passage on it in one of Sheena Durkae's personal memoirs. Apparently, General Atkinson managed to hook the catfish with that rod once. It got away from him in the end, though. So even the General couldn't catch it. Sounds like this thing will be quite the opponent. Anyway, you want us to find that fishing rod for you? Ding ding, you guessed it. And just so you know, from what Ahab told us, your best bet is going to be in the Blacklight District. You want us to give up on looking for it because of how dangerous it gets down there. So that's why you sent out a Force BG, right? An antique fishing rod that found its way to the Blacklight District. Well, pretty sure we know at least one person that could find it. You're talking about Yamai, right? Sounds like you guys know just the person to ask. Does that mean we can leave this to Arkwright Solutions for now? Of course, we'll get you that rod in no time.
Okay, time to get to work. Let me ask you something.
You talking about General Atkinson's fishing rod? Well, you're right, it came through here a little while back. I'm surprised it actually exists. Will you happen to know where it went? Come on now, you really think I'd tell you just because you asked? After all, it sure would be nice to have you owe me a favor. Then again, maybe this is fate. Fate, how so? That rod you're looking for is a strange one. They say it chooses its wielder. I did my best to try and stake a claim to it, but guess it just wasn't meant to be. That is pretty strange. I think so. Stuff like that's in all sorts of fairy tales. Well, whether it's true or not, the rod didn't choose me. Last I heard, it was over at Kanza's soba stall. Makes sense. Kanza's always had a thing for fishing. He's the one over in Satan District, correct? That's right. He's a pretty respectable guy when it comes down to it. Comes by sometimes to look for Eastern cooking tools. Thanks for the info. We'll pay you back when we get a chance. Kanza actually moved his stall over to Aramis for the festival. He should be by the front gates, I believe. That's right. He's been rather popular with the students lately. Let's get moving then.
Gonna eat something?
Daddy, hurry!
Got a question for you.
The Rod of the Heavens, huh? Never thought you'd be the one to come looking for it. Yeah, well, someone pointed us in your direction. You have it? I had it. Had it? What, you already gave it away? I loaned it out to an old fishing friend of mine. What do you need it for? A client of ours was hoping to use it to catch some legendary fish. A legendary fish? You mean the MAGNA GARVELZE? Oh, you know it. Guess that makes our job easier. See, they managed to spot the thing a couple of weeks ago. You know, I'm not much of a fisherman myself anymore. Maybe this is fate. The rod is yours. Are you sure? They say the Rod of Heavens has gone from hand to hand ever since the time of the ancients. That being said, neither me nor my fishing friend have had much time to make use of it. That's why I'd like to give it to you. At least then I'll have a chance to do what it was made for. You're really just going to hand over? Fishermen are a strange breed indeed. Well, it wouldn't be the first time we've met some real weirdos. Anyway, who's this old fishing friend that you lent the rod to? That would be Bishop Orwell. A bishop that likes a fish? I suppose that's not too odd. Wouldn't have expected you guys to be so close. Guess fishing just has the way of bringing people together. Indeed it does. At any rate, I'm sure he'd be willing to part with the rod if you talk to him. I'll be leaving my dream to you then. Go, use your newfound strength to secure a fish of legend. You got it.
Gonna eat something?
Let me ask you something.
So that rod is the tool you need to catch a legendary fish, is it? Alright, please wait here one moment. Sure. Well, here it is. Rod of the Heavens. Nice, thanks a lot. You know, something about this rod does seem a little intense. Is it maybe made out of star steel? It's possible. We actually call it onyx steel in caliber, though. It's an alloy made from a combination of black zamourian ore. I believe it's been used to make some of the world's most powerful weapons. Come to think of it, we just got some from Gin, didn't we? I'm not certain of the exact material it's made from. However, I do know that this rod was once favored by the great General Atkinson. If that's all you have need of me for, then may Eidos bless you in your future endeavors. I pray that you manage to resolve the General's last lingering regret. Hey, that's a pretty tall order, don't you think? Well, leave it to us. Let's report back to our clients. You're back. That fishing rod. Nice, I knew you could do it. Yep, here it is, the Rod of the Heavens, just like you asked. So that's a case closed, right? Well, not exactly. What do you mean? You see, we were all talking it over and we kind of have a feeling we're not the ones the rod will choose. Yeah, I mean, you were the one who went through all the trouble of finding it for us. If the rod chooses anyone, it'll probably be you. Hold up, I'm pretty sure this wasn't part of our original deal. You're really okay with us catching a legendary fish for you? Yeah, fate's placed it in your hands after all. We can always cheer you on from the sidelines. When you're ready to head out to catch a big one, come find us. We'll tag along. Why do I have to do all the hard work? Well, obviously it's because you're the most qualified. Yeah, you're the leader. If you don't do it, who will? Careful, talk him up anymore and his head will turn into a balloon. Maybe I'm the right man for the job. Guess it's finally time. This is going to be great. You ready, Van? Okay, head to Memorial Park? Yeah, let's get going. The group made their way to Durkheim Memorial Park, hoping to catch a legendary fish. Well, here we are. You're sure this is where you last saw the fish? Yep, this is definitely the place. Whoa, an earthquake? But this is the only area that was shaking. There's no mistake, the fish has to be close. So it's just like you said. Let's try and track it with shard search. MAGNA GARVELZE, you're about to be seafood. Time to catch a legendary fish. You can return to Old Town by withdrawing the entrance. They say you can only catch a MAGNA GARVELZE if you have the Rod of the Heavens. To be honest, though, I think it just requires a lot of luck and a lot of skill. I may not have the experience my grandpa does, but I've done a lot of fishing in my years, so just give me a holler if you need any help. The largest lake spanning an area of roughly 90,000 square arch. The water's vibrant hues at dusk make it one of the public's most captivating landmarks. MAGNA GARVELZE, a fish of legend. I wonder what it looks like. Should I post a picture of it to social media if we catch it? I'd love to show it off to all my friends online. I bet the Imperial Fishing Club would be so psyched. A lot of fishing spots.
Fishies!
Haha! Let's do this thing.
Okay.
There! That's it!
It's really strong and fast. I got it!
This is a big one!
Serum capsule and a bunch of sepif. Is this it? He did it! Woohoo! I just knew you had it in you. You're amazing, man. Damn, that sure was a big-ass fish. Hey, is it really okay that I fished that thing up? It's too late for regrets now. I hate to admit it, but there's no way we could have caught it without your help, Van. That's right, by the way, I managed to get a pretty cool picture of it too. I'm sure this will do big numbers on the socials. What a remarkable catch. Grandpa! Hey, you came. Aren't you Makino and Kyle's grandfather? And you came all the way out here by yourself. You're not just some average Joe, are you? Well, a fisherman must always be aware of his surroundings, after all. But for you to fish up something even General Atkinson couldn't catch. Congratulations on the job well done. You know, given your skill, you might just be able to join the 8 fishing wizards someday. 8 fishing wizards? Oh yeah, the 8 fishing wizards. I may not be some expert fisherman, but even I've heard of them. They're men of refinement who have managed to reach the very peak of their fishing careers. The rods they wield are said to split the oceans. Split the oceans? They sound fake as hell. Well, they're definitely not. I know one of them. Not sure about the rest, but I'm pretty confident that guy could pull it off. Yeah, Reen did have a fishing minigame too. Where do you even find these people? The world's a big place, I guess. Yeah, there's all sorts of people out there. Anyway, this was pretty fun, guys. I think I might just take up fishing as a hobby again. As long as you keep using that rod, you'll be aces. I think we should start heading on back, though. I gotta upload all these pictures. With that, Van and the rest escorted their clients back to the bathhouse.
That takes care of that.
Reward deposited!
Okay, what's the first VG? Edith Sweets Contest. Plans have been laid to hold the Edith Sweets Contest at the Aramis Academy Festival. But unfortunately, all of the participants who are scheduled to participate are no-shows. Will you be willing to gather up replacements? I'll be waiting at Andalusia in the Auber District, Holland.
Welcome to Andalusia Patisserie.
Oh, well, if it's in Van. I appreciate you all taking the time to visit, but I'm afraid I'm a little preoccupied at the moment. No worries, we're here on business today, anyway. You guys sent out a first BG asking for Arkwright Solutions help, right? We came to lend a hand. Does that mean you're the Spriggan everyone's been talking about? What surprise, I think it was you this whole time. I thought everyone knew. Well, thankfully you've caught me at the perfect moment. Your request mentioned something about the Edith Sweets Contest, right? Sounds like a pretty big deal. Listen up, Fairy, the Edith Sweets Contest is more than just a big deal. It's a test of will that features the most celebrated patisseries in the capital. It may only be held every once in a blue moon, but it's an event that defines the future of each and every confectionery in the capital. Andalusia was the winner of last year's contest, which means they're practically a shoo-in for this year's too. I see. You keep track of all their contests, huh? I expect nothing less from the Professor of Sweets. Over the last year, the event was sponsored by the Quincy Company. Many of the participants were from the East and Central East, so the judges had ample opportunity to act with prejudice. That won't happen again. Hard to believe they're holding such a historic event at Aramis of all places. Sorry, I must have forgotten to mention it to you. As last year's winner, we're consulted as to where the contest should be held. And as you may know, we're also in charge of providing the sweets for Aramis' cafeteria. We try to set up a booth at their school festival every year. Due to it overlapping with the contest this year, I suggested we might as well hold the contest at Aramis. The school readily agreed to the proposal, of course. I even added my own seal of approval. However, we've recently been made aware of a few complications. That's why we issued a Force VG. Alright, makes sense to me. So what, did all the participants decide to bail or something? Well, you see, apparently all the patissiers in Holland have fallen horribly ill. What? Sabotage? At the same time, that's impossible. Well, usually before we hold the contest proper, we have a qualifying competition to determine who will be participating. Of course, that meant we all had to taste every entered dish, and it just so happened that one of our contestants decided to use a rare spice. Due to an unfortunate combination of ingredients, the result was mass food poisoning. What? And because everyone was unaware of this combination, they were all unlucky enough to fall victim to it. You've got to be kidding me. Almost sounds like it could have been a terrorist attack. Simply hearing the word terrorist has me on edge. Didn't something similar happen in Longport? Could be foul play. There's no need to worry. After conducting a thorough investigation, the police have concluded it was indeed an accident. Ah. Yeah, I haven't sensed anything fishy on my end either. I guess that makes things a little better. We don't have to worry about catching anyone this time, right? Thankfully, my symptoms were very light compared to yours. The rest had no choice but to withdraw. Most said they were unwilling to participate if they weren't in top form. It would be a shame to call the whole thing off, however. Instead, we thought we could perhaps bend the rules a bit. We're hoping to attract more participants if we open registration to the general public. Given such strange circumstances, we figured we might also rename the competition to the Aramis Sweets Contest. However, we're still unable to decide who to recruit for participation, and the contest is just around the corner. So what you're saying is, as long as Holland's not the only competitor, everything else should fall into place. Still, convincing someone to join a competition on such short notice is going to be a hell of a task. Well, I'm sure we must know someone that'd be willing. We have to know someone. The world of sweets is at stake here. Except. Alright, we're on the case. Are you sure? Thank you so much, man. Honestly, I think you might be doing him a favor, not the other way around. But anyway, as a member of Aramis' Student Council myself, I'll do everything I can to help. Guess our policy of only taking serious requests got thrown out the window, huh? Rules don't matter when there's sweets involved. Yeah, this is a serious quest. I suppose it's decided. Could you tell us how many participants you like us to recruit? If possible, 4 would be ideal. 4, huh? I think I know just who to call on then. Is one of those people the owner of Montmartre? You got that right. He'll probably grumble the whole way here, though. Well, I'm also thinking of asking the shopkeeper at the Liberal Boutique. That makes sense. She did used to work as a maid over in Bose, after all. I believe she's been helping set up the festival recently. We should be able to find her somewhere around the school. A maid? I bet she'll be great at baking. Then for our third participant, I was thinking of recruiting a certain someone from Laifu Fandian. Mei Jin, huh? I think she just opened up shop near the school too. I'm sure she'll come up with something real tasty for us. She sounds perfect, but do we have any ideas on who the 4th participant should be? Can I make a suggestion? There's someone I've been hoping to meet for a while now. I believe I saw him in a magazine once, and I've been curious ever since. His name is Dune from the Center Marsh, and that's where the Blacklight District comes in. Every single quest requires you to go to the Blacklight District, this chapter. Oh, I know him, from Gateau de Dune, right? I'm sure he'll be thrilled to get an invitation like this. Your enthusiasm for the culinary arts never ceases to amaze, man. However, I've heard he's closed shop for the moment. You might just have to search around for him. No problem, I have a feeling I know where to look. Heard he used to run around with some gang, so I'm sure he's still in contact with a few of his old buddies. If we sniff around their usual hangouts, we'll find the guy in no time. I see, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to look. Well, if you don't mind going out of your way, I'd certainly appreciate it. Guess that makes 4. If we can get them all to agree, then it'll be a case closed. Yeah, we should get moving. Is there a secret 5th member I need to keep an eye on? Here's hoping you find only success.
Well, we're on the clock now.
Wait, why is there a red event? Can I not initiate it? Oh, what's with all the commotion? Oh no! It sounds like it's coming from the front gate. Did something happen? Oh no! Do we have to kill someone? We should go check it out. Though something tells me this will be a real pain. What? Oh no! Oh, it's you.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry to surprise you like this. I was just making a quick stop to partake in the festivities. I was curious to see what my alma mater had in store this year. The students have chosen a different approach this time around. Well, don't mind me. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves.
Holy crap, it's really him. President Gramhart sure knows how to work up a crowd. I didn't realize he was an Aramis alumnus. Who knew my new school was so prestigious? Huh? Dad never told me he was going to stop by. Wait, now I think about it, Ren was hinting at something earlier. Was this it? Oh, it looks like Renee pulled one over on me again. Well, what do you want to do? Want to go talk to him? I don't care either way. Perhaps I would have been more inclined if he bothered to tell me he was coming. Your call. Didn't realize she was in her rebellious phase. Well, I guess we don't have that much more time to kill. We'll need to be meeting up with everyone else pretty soon. Oh no, I didn't do all my optional events yet. Some characters have moved elsewhere, and our conversation topics have changed. Choosing meet up with everyone from travel menu of free time and cosmic story advance. Okay, good. I can hold off on that. As a result, all quests, connection events, and other sub events will disappear. Yes, but I keep all my activity points. Good.
Performance.
Let me ask you something.
You don't have enough participants for your contest. Well, I'd be more than happy to help you all. That was easy. Kind of figured it'd take a little more convincing. As a proprietor of the Liberal Boutique, I simply have no reason to refuse. After all, it would make for a wonderful opportunity to introduce others to the flavors of Liberal. I'm sure my experience as a maid will do much to aid me as well. With your permission, I would be honored to take the chance to show everyone my skill. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing what you can make. Great, we'll see you later then.
Let me ask you something.
Is that really what happened? How terrible. I'd like to give you all a hand, but I'm not so sure it'd be alright for someone from Longport to participate. It should be fine. I mean, I was the one who recommended you anyway. Yeah, sweets shouldn't be a problem for the former Teiji Chushi of Kowloon Hotel, right? That's for sure. My sister's gonna sweep the competition. Oh, you. Well, if you really think I can be of help, I'll gladly do my part. Thanks. We'll see you at the contest then.
Got a question for you.
What? Are you freaking kidding me? The Edith Sweets contest is a battlefield that every patissier worth his salt tries to work his way into. There's no way someone like me should be taking part. My technique's just not up to it. He's taking this more seriously than I expected. Look, I understand how you feel. But you've been doing pretty well, don't you think? Gatude Dune was even showcased in the magazine recently. I mean, sure, but... Listen, if we don't find enough participants, the event's going to suffer a huge setback. Just think of it as a lucky break, yeah? And couldn't this be your chance to scope out the competition? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Well, I guess you're right. Alright, you got me. I'll just have to throw my best at him. Should also be able to brush on my skills in the meantime. Sounds good. We'll see you at the competition then.
So relaxing.
Let me ask you something.
So that's what happened, huh? Sounds like some real bad luck. But you know, that contest of theirs is only for the best of the best in the business, right? I think you believe my skills are up to par. Well, as much as I appreciate the thought, I really don't think it's the sort of place the owner of a simple bistro belongs. Listen, I get what you're trying to say, but... with the way things are now, the contest isn't even gonna happen this year. There's just not enough participants. What if I put it like this? If those girls of yours found out that you got to take place in such a prestigious competition, standing among the very best in the industry, don't you think they'd be proud? Maybe it's my own personal bias speaking, but I'm a really big fan of all the food you make. I think you'd be a great addition to the contest. Yeah, me too. Sheesh, you sure are making it hard to refuse. Taking on such a big job so suddenly would really put me in a bind, though. But I know you mate's been looking forward to this festival for a while now. Guess I don't mind doing it for her. Alright, you can count me in. Something tells me he's way more excited than he looks. Great, we'll see you at the contest then. Looks like we've rounded up all the participants. Let's go report back to Andalusia.
See a patisserie.
I want.
Hey, we're back, and we managed to get all of our participants. Really? Well, it appears they've arrived just in time for introductions. Yeah, I came like you told me to. I must say, this is quite the lineup. Excellent. First off, I'd like to thank you all for joining us on such a sudden request. Aren't you the owner of Montmartre? And you're the one from that restaurant over in Longport. Oh, and you're that patissier Mr. Holland's been raving about. I think you even convinced the proprietor of Liberal Boutique to join as well. I have no doubt that this will be a competition for the ages. I know we're only filling in for big leagues, but I'll make sure to give it my all. Yes, I shall do my utmost to succeed. This is going to be one hell of a contest, that's for sure. I heartily agree. Well, since we are running out of time, why don't we get started on the preparations? I'll be distributing the materials to each of you. Oh, before I forget, Arcade Solutions, once again, I thank you for all your help. The event will begin shortly, so please see your way to the designated location. Roger that. Following a quick debriefing session and a short rehearsal, preparations were made to begin the event. Once everyone was ready, the curtains were finally raised on the Aramis Sweets contest. My apologies for keeping you all waiting. Welcome once more to the Battle of the Patissiers, the Edith Sweets contest. This time, however, we plan to present to you a new version of our competition, the Aramis Sweets contest. Oh, you made it. Yeah, just barely. I heard that Grandpa's going to be making some sweets. I'm super excited to taste some. You're right, he is. Let's make sure to cheer him on. I'm sure Victor will have no issue in winning the judges over. Thanks for giving me a heads up about the contest starting on. Yes, I'm ready to report. Yeah, if Maxim does slip up like that, it is possible Yume's already figured it out. And sorry you had to remind me to do my job. I got a little distracted by all the booths. That's alright, I'm just glad you made it in time. And now without further ado, allow me to introduce the first round of our contest. Our beginning theme will be a sweet fit for students. Those judging our contest this time will be a few Aramis students, as well as some recent alumni. As both the former student council president and representative of the graduates, I will do all I can to act as a strict and impartial judge. Well, I'm just glad to be here. But don't worry, I take the quality of my sweets super seriously. I'll make sure to judge them well. I look forward to seeing what everyone decides to make. Honestly, I don't really know much about sweets, though. Not sure why I was chosen for all this. Why don't you just quit, then? That way I can give everyone perfect scores. I'm sure that'll give my transcript a boost. What the heck are you mumbling about? Oh, that certainly seems excited. Aw, man, I want to be a judge, too. Yeah, I wish they would have asked me. No kidding, just the smell's making me hungry. The 2 contestants with the highest scores in the first round will earn the right to participate in our finals. And with that, let us proceed to introducing the contestants and their desserts. First, coming all the way from Liberal to share with us his flavors, we have Lila. Hello everyone, it's wonderful to meet you. The dish I prepared today is my flowery gelato. It uses the essence of one of Liberal's edible flowers to create a fragrant and sweet treat. Please enjoy. A made from Liberal, huh? Never expected someone like that to be participating. The judges gorged themselves on gelato. This is delicious, and the floral scent is simply remarkable. Oh, you're right, and the texture's great too. That's not to mention how light the aftertaste is. The aroma isn't overpowering either. Yeah, I guess it's alright. The ingredients seem to balance each other out pretty well. Honestly, you could probably serve this at some high-class restaurant. She sounds so confident. Has she been a judge before? Although this flavor is indeed rather elegant, it's likely to prove displeasing to those who find scented flowers unappealing. Well, there you have it. Let's continue with our next contestant. His shop spent his fair share of time in the spotlight recently. Please welcome the owner of Gateau de Dune. I'm really not used to this kind of attention, man. But anyway, let me introduce what I cooked up for you all. Here's my orange peel cannoli. It's a recipe I'm pretty proud of. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into these things, so you brats better enjoy them. The judges chowed down the cannoli. Oh my, the outside itself is so crispy, but the inside is light and airy. And the bits of orange peel add so much flavor. The elasticity of the dough is simply perfect. I feel like I could eat thousands of them. This cannoli thing's got kind of a strange shape, honestly, but I guess it's alright. Should probably be a little sweeter though. The fact that it's not is one of his strong points. Alright, let's move on to our next contestant. I'm sure you all you gourmets out there know just who this bistro legend is. He's Victor, owner of Montmartre Bistro in Old Town. Nice, looks like it's Victor's turn. Good luck, Grandpa. Is that my Yume here? This one's for you, Princess. Well, cough. Anyway, here's my caramel pudding. It may look simple, but I'll have you know I made this with only the most quality of ingredients. I hope it's to your liking. The judges picked out on the caramel pudding. The caramel flavor is so gentle, it's amazing. And the pudding's so soft too. If we had this at our cafeteria, I'd eat it every day. I've never had caramel pudding this rich before. It's sweet, but somehow still fresh and unique. I've been to Montmartre a bunch. This pudding's my favorite thing on their menu. Can't argue with that. I try to get some every time I stop by. It's a pretty classic dessert. Now let's continue. Our fourth and final contestant is all the rage in Longport. She's the owner of Laifu Fanyan, the one and only Mei Jing. It's a pleasure. I'm hoping to share a special treat with you all today. This is my Emerald Manto. Both the dough and sauce are made from an original blend of black tea. However, the inside may still be a bit hot. Be careful when taking a bite. My stomach is growling. You got this, Mei Jing. The judges munch on a bit of Manto. I've never tasted anything like this, so this is a delicacy from the East. It's so warm and tasty. The flavor is really addictive too. Black tea and dough, huh? That's a pretty interesting combination, but it's green. I'm sure you'd have years of experience to make something this good. The taste is a little unusual, but it's far from bad. I'm sure this could be pretty popular outside the East too. That's what I was going to say. Cough, it's not the only delicious, it's also unique. I think they'd sell really well if you open a store here in the capital. This guy's struggling with the commentary. I know how you feel. Ugh. It looks like the evaluations have all been tallied. I will now proceed to announce the results of the first round. The 2 contestants that will advance to the finals are Victor and Meijing. Great job, Grandpa. Huh. Thank you very much. Damn, knew it was a shot in the dark, but I still got my hopes up. Guess I really do have to work on my technique. Well, I suppose allowing everyone to have a little taste of liberal was enough for me. So those are the results, huh? They really put their backs into making all that. They sure did. Still, having to stand by while they ate it all was torture. Damn, should have asked them to make me one of their judges. Well, it certainly looks like you all are enjoying yourselves. Yeah, but I kind of wish I could get a few tastes of those treats. I figured that's what you'd say. And that's why I thought of another way to offer my thanks for your help. No wait, you can't mean an actual judge. And now we've come to our final round. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Holland, the beloved owner of Andalusia and last year's contest winner, who will be participating with our contestants. And last but not least, allow me to introduce our new judges. That's an interesting lineup. What a wide-ranging selection, so it's not just Van. Our first judge, he helps from the shadows, but can be lured out with a sweet treat or two. Van Arkwright. Damn, I'm gonna end up owing Holland big time for this, aren't I? You got this, Van. I don't think I've ever seen him so happy. I'm sure he'll want a picture of this. Next on our roster, she's short, cute, and the very definition of a calming influence, Miss Toa. Is this really what people think of me? I hope she manages to enjoy herself for once. She's always working so hard. Our third judge is a very special guest from the world of Orwell film. He's a celebrated director you all know and love, Director Godi. And also in attendance is the woman who received the Best Actress Award at Farbad's last film festival, Nina Fenley. You've sure picked an interesting group to judge all this. This will be a hell of a contest, no doubt. Yes, I agree, and personally I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone makes. Didn't expect to see those two here. How come they get a judge and I don't? And the last one will be from Ouroboros. And finally, we've managed to procure a last-minute addition to all the way from the Basel Institute of Science. He's the mastermind behind such inventions as the T-phone, and a fair number of other contributions to society as well, Professor Cronkite. Using a contest to determine superiority in the culinary arts seems a bit strange, in my opinion. Taste differs from individual to individual. Yang's as critical as ever, I see. Now let's proceed to the main event. The theme for this final round is classic confections. Let's see what our contestants cooked up. First up is our former champion and the proprietor of Andalusia, Mr. Holland. It seems I have the honor of going first today. Since the theme is classic confections, I've prepared a tried and true creation of mine, possibly my most masterful to date. Behold, the pistachio spring soiree. You must be planning on adding it to their menu. Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Holland's always coming up with new desserts. The judges partook in the cake, serving its elegant flavors. Wow, the pistachio's really got a full-body taste. The acidity of the berries mixed with the sweetness of the chocolate. Yeah, this is a pretty solid combo. Honestly, it sort of reminds me of the time I spent here at Aramis. Bittersweet memories of spring. Well, I think Mr. Arkwright said everything that needs saying. I suppose if I were to add anything myself, I'd say it's really rich, yet light in the tongue. I certainly wouldn't mind having seconds. This cake is crazy delicious. Someone remind me to call this guy for carrying later. Both the taste and texture are of great quality too. I can tell a lot of passion went into making this. All of the flavors have achieved a sensible harmony. I believe it would pair rather nicely with coffee. Next up we have Victor of Montmartre. Oh, I'll admit, it's a bit tough following such a celebrated professional. Well, anyway, I've prepared my homemade tarte tatin for you all. Both my daughter and granddaughter grew up eating this. It's a pretty popular dessert in our household. Hey, we've had that before. Yeah, I remember it being really good. I'm starting to crave some myself. Judges tried a few bites of the tart, reveling in the taste. Whew, I don't even know where to start. Isn't this cheating, Victor? You already had my taste buds in a chokehold. The caramelized apples are simply delectable. The pastry itself is crispy, but slightly moist as well. I can tell plenty of attention was paid to perfecting every detail. Look, a single bite reminds you of a warm and welcoming family. Yes, it most definitely does. However, it still manages to taste like a luxurious dessert. Delicious doesn't even begin to describe it. I suppose it's not terrible. You can tell this chef took great care in selecting his ingredients. I'm sure Esme and Catra would find the taste compelling. And finally, we have our final contestant, Laifu Funyun's Meijin. I thought long and hard about what classic confection meant to me, and I came up with this. It's a special pudding made so that it doesn't stick to the plate, your chopsticks, or even your teeth. I call it Snowfall Sanbuzan. I developed it while I was still working at Kowloon Hotel. I've never seen this version before. I wonder how it tastes. I'm excited to see their reactions. The judges sampled some of the pudding, attempting to identify the new flavors. The egg seems creamier than usual. It really melts in your mouth too. This is way different from other sanbuzan I've had. I've never seen this before, but it tastes great. I think the white egg yolk really earns the spotlight here. You can tell the chef really excels in Eastern technique. She must be a true master of her skill. It's a work of art. This is really a one-of-a-kind taste. I'm so glad I was able to try such a delicacy. The mixture of ingredients has created a rare, unique taste. Perhaps the feel of cooking does have depth after all. Well, those were all the sweets we prepared for today. Judges, if you would please write down the dish you feel is the best out of all three. They all look so delicious. Yeah, and Van had such a way of describing them. I almost started drooling just from listening to them. You're right, he seemed really passionate about them all. He'd probably make a killing as a gourmet reporter. I'm so excited. What do you think Van's gonna choose? They were all pretty freaking good. It'll be hard to pick just one. But since this is a contest and all, I have to make a choice. Andalusia's Pistachio Spring Soiree, Victor's Homemade Tarte Tatin, and Meishin's Snowfall Sanbuzan. Which should I vote for? Okay, I kinda want to make Victor look good in front of his family though, so Homemade Tarte Tatin. Alright, I've made my choice. Somehow Van will be the tiebreaker. Welcome back, Van. What are you doing over here? Aren't you still one of the judges? Yeah, but I already turned in my vote. Should be fine to watch the announcement from here. Thank you for your patience, everyone. It is now time for the final results to be revealed. After a fierce battle, the crown goes to... Montmart's Homemade Tarte Tatin. Oh hey, that's the one I voted for. I guess you really do have great taste. Your confection made me feel like I was in some heartwarming family drama. Yes, your tart was very delicious. You could tell just how much love went into making it. Well, I'm quite pleased to hear that. By all means, feel free to stop by our bistro whenever you like. Congratulations, I suppose I'll just have to work even harder to match up to you. I'm actually feeling a little inspired by all this. I'll be sure to improve my technique once I return to Longport. And as for our grand prize, the winner will receive 1 year's supply of the highest quality fruit and eggs sourced all the way from Orid. To thank them for their hard work, the other 2 contestants received rewards as well. And with that, the Aramis Sweets contest came to a close after finding growing success. Although Van and the others took a moment to talk with Yume and Victor. They all eventually split up to enjoy the rest of the festival. And costumes there. That was a really great contest. Yes, you two did wonderful work. But we certainly couldn't have done it without your help. I have to say, I'm quite impressed that you managed to bring together so many talented chefs on such a short notice. I'd like to thank you again for all the hard work you've done. I'll make sure to deposit the payment as promised. Sounds good to me. Well, I think I've had my fill of this school festival for now. Don't you think it's a little early to head back? There's still a lot of places we haven't seen, a lot of unspent points. We should try and take a look around. Alright, after you.
All in a day's work. Reward deposited!
Okay, Hyperion plus 10 CP when recovering allies. Oh, I'm just running out of space for my court. I need to get the gems in the post game so I can save on space.
Time sure flies, doesn't it?
That contest was so much fun. Thank you for inviting me. My culinary focus has always been Eastern cuisine, but this gave me a chance to experience other forms of gastronomy. I'll admit, I've still got a ways to go, but I will improve my dessert making skills.
What can I get for you?
You buy the item they made. Sadly, I don't think you can do this for the other participants.
Thanks a bunch.
Shame. I was rather intrigued by the list of people you asked to participate. I can't help being curious about the kind of food they usually make. I know this all started because of a freak accident, but I'm glad we were able to make the most of this contest all the same.
What would you like?
Pistachio Spring Soiree.
Monmar is so relaxing.
Never exactly claimed our desserts were made for winning competitions or anything, but... Well, I'll admit that seeing them get a little recognition for once was pretty nice. Maybe I'll think about tweaking their recipes in the future. Pinch more sugar here, dash of vanilla there. Looking forward to seeing what you come up with, Victor. Sounds like the contest got him all excited. Guess I was right in the money.
What's on the menu?
Okay, homemade tarte tatin. Near Miss Sweet's contest. You know, I actually had a pretty good time. It was nice to hear everyone be so candid about my stuff. Gave me a lot to think on. Alright, I'll get to working on a new cannoli recipe as soon as I get back. Just you wait, this one will be my tastiest yet. If only I could buy the one he made.
Academy Festival.
I'm pleased to see everyone enjoyed the sweets contest. Honestly, I found it rather enjoyable as well. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed in my loss, however. I suppose I'll just have to continue working on my baking skills. Perhaps I'll even come back for a rematch someday. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails through Daybreak 2. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.